Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is Anthony Carpen at the end of a very interesting session with the Prince's Foundation and Beautiful Built Environment. I just wanted to do a quick video clip of this very interesting map that we put together yesterday evening at an event at, I always want to call it Newhall, but it's not, it's Murray Edwards, isn't it? And what we have here is the people who came along to this reception held by the Prince's Foundation for the Built Environment. I think that's what they're called anyway, or the Prince's Foundation and something to do with architecture. Gave us this great big map of Cambridge, and as you can see, it's got lots of dots that we put all over them. The red dots indicate areas of Cambridge that we don't like, the green dots are areas of Cambridge that we do like, and the blue dots are areas of Cambridge we think that can be improved. Now, as you can see, the £750 million development by Cambridge Railway Station is a very unpopular site because, amongst other things, the buildings are bland, anonymous, big, and the entire process was done kind of despite the local community rather than involving the local communities in the design process. Now, there's a very good residents association. Here's a Newtown Residents Association in Cambridge, which fought tooth and nail to try and get a really good plan for the Cambridge Railway Station, which unfortunately we didn't get. So it was a huge missed opportunity. As you can see further down here, those blue dots there are all there for the Addenbrooke's Railway Station because there is a risk that we may not get that because of really some oversights in the overall development planning process. So we're going to try and see if we can avoid that because there's going to be a lot of building in this side of town with the biomedical campus here, and it would be an absolute tragedy if all of that building went ahead without the substantial transport investment needed. As you can see, all along here we've got the roads leading out from the north of Cambridge. We've also got the area around this junction, which is the Newmarket Road junction. The Chisholm Trail, the north-south Cambridge cycle route, is going to follow the line of the railway and then come out round here, following the guided bus route. Now, again, as you can see with all of these green dots here, people quite like that side of town. As you can see, there are also a whole host of gaps on there, and that's in part because the people who came along didn't, unfortunately, cover the whole of the city. So, for example, it would be very interesting to know what the residents of Romsey and Mill Road felt, or of the residents of Cherry Hinton here, or the residents of Trumpington here, and just what would it look like if the residents of Arbury and the Abbey wards took part in something like that? What would it be like for them? Because if you look at it, certainly from, I guess, an incomes perspective, and the people who took part yesterday, many of them are from the more affluent parts of town rather than, shall we say, from some of the more economically deprived wards, such as Abbey. Now, when I talk about that, I mean, when you look at some of the indicators of multiple deprivation, for example, things like health, one of the things that you can find is even in a place like Cambridge, you have micro pockets which often can fall through the cracks. Now, one of the things about, shall we say, the development processes that we've got here is to see to what extent we can use things like better urban design, better housing design that will hopefully in the long run improve the health and well-being of our local residents. So, for example, where we're making more active lifestyles that easier choice, where we're reducing the amount of, for example, vehicle emissions, or where we're reducing, for example, the amount of burning for heating fuel, for example, because the housing that has been designed and that has been built is insulated from the start. One of the stats that's often thrown up is that Britain has a greater problem of fuel poverty and heat poverty compared to places like Sweden, even though Sweden has a much colder climate. Now, why is that? And what is it what can we do about it as we go through the process of building and refurbishing more homes. So I'll leave it there. Do keep an eye out for what the residents' associations in Newnham are doing, because they are about to pilot a new neighbourhood plan